In other death news, I know you're upset by this one.
I'm going to close my ears while you announce this on the show.
Okay. Christopher Hitchens, dead at 62.
I will react like a North Korean.
I know you're a big fan. You're a big fan of Christopher Hitchens, right?
I react like a North Korean to the news of Christopher Hitchens' thing. I can't even say it.
Noted follower of Satan, Christopher Hitchens.
Noted occultist.
Yes.
Atheist. He's looking up at us from hell today, smiling with that smirk of his. Listen,
his rum-induced smile.
In honor of Hitchens, for the live show, I'll show you as well. I've got my stack of books here. These are all my Hitchens books.
Have you read all those books?
I've read every word of every one of these books.
Okay.
I wouldn't have these books up here if I just had them for decoration. Son of a bitch.
Yes. So through all that reading of those books, what can you come away with some words of enlightenment about Hitchens and his life, and how do you want to pay tribute to this great man?
Christopher Hitchens. Listen, I don't like people that want to sum him up as an atheist or this. I saw an interview with one of his best friends, and he says, "Oh, I'm sure he'd want to be remembered by God is not great." I don't want to remember him with God is not great. You know what I mean? Like that's what made him famous. That's what was like that's the hot topic with Christopher Hitchens. So
there's a lot more to it than just that book.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, the guy was so much more than an atheist, and I don't think that's really, like, it's really not that hard. It's really not that hard to come up with a defense against Christianity or any kind of religion. I mean...
If you think for 2 seconds,
a lot of people spend 2 seconds of time thinking and realize that it's all child's stories and fables.
Right.
So... I like everything else. The hatred of the Clintons. Why
did you hate the Clintons so much? What was in his crawl about the Clintons?
Because they're triangulating liars. They're the title of the book, "No One Left to Lie To." It's just details all their lie after lie after lie.
But a lot of people think Clinton saved the economy, kind of...
A lot of people think he did, yes, that's true. You're right, good point.
So...
Henry Kissinger.
Okay.
The trial of Henry Kissinger, shitting on Mother Teresa. These people that our culture kind of raises up, and that they, he liked to be the one that goes against the grain and whatnot, which obviously led to the atheism and whatnot. But...
And likely his death too.
A
smoking.
Death caused by constant smoking and drinking.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have had it any other way. Apparently his father died the exact same way, esophageal cancer. He was pretty in touch with our, biggest thinkers and scientists of the day, and so he had the most up-to-date, intense cancer therapies that you could possibly have.
I heard that DNA sequencing, wasn't that a big part of his cancer treatment?
I don't know what his cancer treatment was. I just know that anything that they could have thrown at him or into him, they did. And that esophageal cancer is a son of a bitch. Apparently, he made it about a year. I was shocked when I heard that he had the cancer. I'm shocked when I heard about his.
How did you hear about that? How did you hear the news about his death?
I literally just finished this book for the sake of argument, or argument's sake. For the sake of argument, I just finished this book about a week ago, and I left the house in a mess to go shoot in Austin for a day or two. When I came back, Nina, my wife, had cleaned up, and she had positioned all these books on the kitchen table in this basket, and had that one sitting up front. And my mom and brother came over that day, and my mom walks in the kitchen and goes, "Oh, he died." I said, "Wait a minute, what?"
Uh-oh.
And my brother was like, "Oh, yeah." And so, my mother, who's a big...
You heard this on Sunday?
I don't... Listen,
Saturday? Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know days
Long
anymore.
weekend, right?
I don't know days anymore.
So you're talking about...
It was the day after. Whenever it happened, I heard the day after.
Okay. I woke up on I think it was on Saturday. I woke up on Saturday, and my iPad alerted me to the death of Christopher Hitchens, and I said a prayer to Geneva to watch out for his soul.
And again, I hate to get into this because it's another hot topic thing, and that's what everybody mentions. But you got to mention it. he was a supporter of the war in Iraq, and he was about the only one who would defend it. And I swear I tried my hardest to understand where he was coming from on this. That's the one thing I never could.
What was his reasoning for?
Just because I guess going in there in Desert Storm, which he didn't agree with, and leaving those people kind of stranded, and we never finished the job.
So he felt bad for the people in Iraq.
Yeah. But that's
if you're gonna defend it, that's about the only way you can. Saying that Saddam was a dictator, he was terrible to the people, he mustard gassed them, right? Like he tortured and killed his own people, a lot like Barack Obama
is going to mustard gas you and me for this show.
He shot down what's his name, al-Awlaki with the drone, so he's not opposed to killing his own people. American citizen, Anwar al-Awlaki, which
Christopher Hitchens supported the killing of
Bin
Laden and al-Awlaki.
So even on his deathbed, he was still dropping some controversial things.
Yeah, and I just feel bad. Like I was walking through the store the other day and realizing that he's never going to get to, that's what he does. He comments on everything. He's never going to get to comment. He's never going to see what happens in the year 2012. He's never going to see anything after this. He didn't know anything about Kim Jong Il dying. I'd certainly like to hear his thoughts on that. But I hate to sound like I'm on my knees going down on the guy, but I like him. He's a cool guy.
Probably about one of the only people I think in media that you actually have some respect for. It seems like so. Yeah, I thought of you right when I heard the news. So rest in peace, Christopher Hitchens.